So this morning I am here, as y'all can see in the background, and I'm sitting on my patio right now. It is currently August 17th, 2022, and it is 6:05 a.m. here. And look at that, y'all. Look at that. Look at the beauty of what I get to see. Look at the beauty of what I get to see in the morning. Who could do it other than the Father? Ain't he so good, y'all? Ain't he so good? So I have been up since literally like 3 o'clock this morning. You know, you just have those mornings when the Father just jolts you up out of your sleep. And I went to sleep, I want to say at 11 p.m. because I was trying to upload not only for my other channel, but for Life with Purpose too. Because I was like, I have to get this video out. I have like 2 videos that I need to post and upload onto the channel. And so it's just been a battle, y'all. Like, you know, when you got to do something with the Father, like the enemy always got to come and volunteer to be the trier. So it's just been like a battle with uploading, and my goodness, even this morning I woke up at like 3 a.m. and I'm glad that I did, because I needed to get this video uploaded. And so the Father woke me up out of my sleep like 3 o'clock, and I went into prayer and I got to uploading. So that video you guys should be watching right now as we speak, because the last time I checked, it has finally, all prayers to heaven, uploaded onto the channel. So I am so glad about that. So this morning the Father called me, and y'all know I got my tea. So unfortunately, but fortunately, because I get to save a coin and it's still good, I had to make it myself, because y'all know in the States, every morning I was hitting Dunkin' Donuts, getting my tea, and we was going by the water, and a word was given. But now I am just, you know, confined to the foundation of my porch, which is fine by me, because the Father has blessed me tremendously with this space, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So I went in my kitchen, made me a cup of tea, and we about to get into this word. Now the Father has given me like a list of words that he would like me to give over the coming days. And listen, y'all, when I tell y'all these words is powerful, life-changing, and moving of thy spirit and soul all at the same time. And I actually received these words that are going to be coming forth on the channel during my 3-day fast, which I recently completed. Listen, y'all, I always say I don't want to get too much into the whole fasting situation, because it is just going to be a powerful testimony to come. But needless to say, I did the fast as instructed after much delay. I completed the fast. And so during that period of me fasting, abstaining from food and water, complete total dry fast, just like in the biblical days I did the same. And it was hard. So hard. It was so hard. But I got through it. All praises be unto the Father, the great I am. And so just, you know, here and rejuvenated. The fast definitely rejuvenated me, I will say. So the word that I'm bringing forth today is going to be concerning marriages. Okay? Concerning marriages. And so a lot of times, you know, you could be with someone for like years, right? Like you could be with this person, I'm talking like 15 plus years. Never like, you know, walked down the aisle and said I do. You know, none of that. Like y'all just together, cohabitating, kids maybe even in the picture. And everything, for the most part, is great. You may have your moments, because like in any relationship, nothing is perfect. So you may have your moments when you're bickering back and forth and you're arguing or whatever, you know, the craziness that might happen in a relationship. One or the other cheats, and, you know, infidelity, different things happening. But despite the circumstances of what plays out in that relationship, somehow, some way, you still manage to stick together and hold on, right? And so I see this more often than not, that when someone moves from being together for 15 years to they decide to take that step and become one and be joined together and get married, it's like all hell breaks loose. Next thing you know, a month later, and they talking divorce. They living in separate houses. Now these is people that done been together for 15 plus years, y'all. All of a sudden, the moment that they decide to get married, it's like a switch. It's almost as like, and I have seen it so many times, even with myself, okay? So I can speak, on this from a personal experience, my own personal perspective, because even I have witnessed this for myself. And then it made me wonder, like, what is going on? Like, is it a curse to get married or something? Like, what is happening? Why? You could be with somebody for so long, and then all of a sudden, the moment that you say I do, everything goes left. Like, what had happened? I thought I was doing a good thing by getting married, by living according to, your law, your covenant, what you put out forth into the atmosphere for us to do. And like, what's going on? And so, this has been like a question on my heart for, I would say, probably over a year now. And it's something that internally I questioned, and I spoke to the Father. And so it wasn't until I completed this 3-day fast that he brought me revelation on the situation. And he spoke to me and he said, well, daughter, you shouldn't make a vow. So it wasn't until I completed this 3-day fast that the Father brought forth a word, finally, concerning this matter. So let's go to Ecclesiastes 5, and we are going to be starting at verse 2. And it reads, do not be hasty with your mouth, and let not your heart hurry to bring forth a word before Elohim. For Elohim is in the Shimeim, and you on earth. Therefore, let your words be few. For a dream comes through the greatness of the task, and a fool's voice is known by his many words. When you make a vow to Elohim, do not delay to pay it, for he takes no pleasure in fools. Pay that which you have vowed. It is better not to vow than to vow and not to pay. So what happens when you go before the altar in marriage? You come together. What's the main thing that you do in, the marriage ceremony? You take a vow. So the moment that you take a vow before the Father and you're vowing to love this person through sickness and health, through good times and bad, your whole life changes in that moment. In that one instance, your whole life literally changes, because it's not like you just going about your own way in this relationship that you once upon a had with this person that you chose to marry. Now you have come to the altar to join hand in hand with this person, to become one, and to take these vows to say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to honor this person. I'm going to love this person. To say all these things means that you're going to be faithful to that person, whether they get sick, they on their deathbed, whatever the case may be, that you are choosing to uphold that person. And essentially to take everything into prayer, because even after a marriage, we know that nothing is perfect. You're still going to have your moments when you're bickering back and forth. But when you're taking that vow in marriage, it is very serious, and it is not to be taken lightly, and it is not to be played with. So we wonder why all of a sudden all hell breaks loose once we make that decision to say I do, because you have literally taken a vow. And the word clearly tells us that when we take a vow, we are to keep it. And it's better for you never to even take that vow if you cannot keep it. So in sense, it's better to never be married, or to get married to a person and take that vow before the Father, than to take that vow and then all of a sudden you cheating, and you're still doing all the things that you was doing before that marriage occurred. When you make a conscious decision that you're taking this vow, and that you're taking this person as your husband, or you taking this person as your wife, then you are pledging alliance with the Father that you are going to be the very best person to that person that you are choosing to make this vow with. And he ain't about to play with you out here in these streets. Like, if you going before him and you saying you're going to do X, Y, and Z, and then, a few months later, you back to your same old riffraff of running the streets with Tom, Hank, and Pam and them, twerking in the club like you ain't got no husband at home, shopping, the part around like you ain't got no wife at home. You think the Father's not going to come in the midst of that and tear that thing up? Oh, he is. And he's coming very speedily, because you're not about to stand in his presence and say that you are going to fulfill a word, and then you give that word and then you don't fulfill that word. Oh, he's coming to tear that thing up. And that's why you find so many marriages just destroyed, like the moment that they say I do. Because the moment they said I do, they took that vow. And when those vows are not fulfilled, the Father is going to come with vengeance upon that relationship. And the only way that that marriage will be restored is when whoever is partaking in that sin and not fulfilling that vow comes back to the Father in prayer, comes back to the Father asking for forgiveness, accepting and acknowledging the wrong that they have done. Only then will maybe he turn that around. Only then. And then, not even to mention that whoever you marry in may not even be a marriage that he put together anyway. But that's neither here nor there, and that's a conversation for another day. But I'm going to just throw it out there that sometimes we take it upon ourselves to make a vow to someone that we was never intended to be with from the beginning. We take it upon ourselves to say, I want this person. I want that person. But you never stop to ask the Father, is this what you have for me? Is this the person that you have for me? Do you want me to enter into covenant with this person? Do you want me to be attached with this person? We don't, a lot of times don't make that conscious decision. We just act upon how we feel. I love this person, X, Y, and Z. And so when you make a conscious decision to become husband and wife, to become attached to someone, that situation, that marriage is going to be tested. It's going to be tested. The word lets us know that the devil is the number one accuser. And I also want to put it out there that he can't do nothing without the Father's permission. I feel like we give the devil too much credit. Like, it's, oh, the devil did this. And oh my gosh, he did that. And da, 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 da. What he do? Like, he be out here trying people. He do. That's what he's supposed to do. But you also have to know who holds all power in his hands. And even the devil cannot do what the Father does not allow him to do. He cannot be out here in these streets just doing what he want to do to people. He can't. He can't. He has to go to the Father and even ask the Father permission. You don't believe me? Let's go to scripture and read this real quick. So let's turn to Job. And we are starting at chapter 1. And we're going to start at verse 6. And it reads, now, the Bible that I have is a little bit different. It's a waterproof edition. I love it. I love this Bible so much because although I'm a firm believer in the Bible, I feel like a lot of things have been altered and changed within the Bible. So, I'm always seeking truth. And so my goal is to just get as close to truth as I possibly can with the information that I'm led to by the Spirit. And so this is one of those moments when the Spirit just led me to this Bible one day on YouTube. I was watching someone's channel, and it was a guy speaking about the word, and he was teaching from this Bible, and the things that he was saying, I was just like, ooh, that, that I need that Bible. It sounds like, it's pretty, close to, the Bible before it was altered. And so I went and took the necessary steps, and I ordered this Bible. I paid $30 for it, ordered it online, and I've had it ever since. And again, it is a waterproof Bible, so I could be out here in these streets in the rain. I done traveled with this thing. Y'all see it's all beat up. It used to be a beautiful purple, and y'all could tell that I read my word right, because look at it. Look at it. It look crazy, but it's my word and I love it. So what I'm going to read may be a little bit different. The terminology may be a little bit different from what you're used to hearing, because I know the typical Bible doesn't use the wording that is in this Bible. So if you need, understanding on your level, then I would just encourage you to get out your own Bible and just read along so that you get a clear understanding as to what the word is saying. Okay, so now verse 1, chapter 6, and it reads, And the day came to be that the sons of Elohim came to present themselves before the Father, and Hazatan also came among them. And the Father said to Hazatan, From where do you come? Now Hazatan is the devil. And Hazatan answered the father and said, from diligently searching in the earth and from walking up and down in it. Okay, so the scripture is clearly pointing out at the fact that the devil is roaming these streets. He out here trying to see, trying to see who's going to be his next prey. That's what his job is. And the father said to Hazatan, have you considered my servant Job? That there is none like him on the earth, a perfect and straight man, one who reveres Elohim and turns aside from evil. And Hazatan answered the father and said, is Job revering Elohim for naught? Have you not made a hedge around him and around his household and around all that he has on every side? You have baraked the work of his hands, which means you have blessed. Basically, you blessed him. Job is blessed. He don't want for nothing. He's prosperous out here in these streets. He got everything he needs. Like you have just blessed him beyond blessed him to the fullest capacity of blessing. Of course, he gonna revere you and respect you and honor you and praise you because you done blessed his life financially. You done gave him all the kids that he could ever ask for. You done gave him all the cattle. You done blessed him abundantly. Anybody would, in their right mind would just praise you all day long. So you have baraked the work of his hands, and his possessions have increased in the land. But stretch out your hand, please. So now you have the devil who is begging the father, please stretch out your hand and strike all that he has if he would not curse you to your face. So he's telling the father, like, listen, this man only out here in these streets praising and worshiping you because you done blessed him so much. But I promise you that if you stretch out your hand and you take away everything that you've given this man, he gonna turn his back on you for sure. Like his heart ain't after you. His heart is just after the things you've given him. Like, stop playing. That's what the devil's saying. And the father said to Hazatan, see all that he has in your hand. So he's given him the rightful authority. He's like, okay, let's test him then. Let's test him because I know this man is after my own heart. So let's test him. I'm gonna put all that he has and that I have given him and blessed him into your hands, and we're gonna see what's up. Only do not lay a hand on himself. So he's telling him, like, you can't kill him. You can do anything that you want to do to torture him, torment him, and to test him, but you are not to take his life. And Hazatan went out from the presence of the father. And you can continue reading, but I'm going to stop there. But as he went out from the presence, we already know that he was on a mission to take Job through this test, to put him to the fullest extreme of what he could do to him, because he has been given authority by the Father. See, he could not have done that without the Father's permission. He had to come to the Father. Not only did he come to the Father, the devil himself, but he came begging the Father, let me test this man. Because how many of us know that that is the devil's aim? It's to test us, to try us. He seeks to steal, kill, and destroy. That's what he seeks to do. That's what the Bible says. He seeks to do that. Not that he has the power or the authority to do that, but he seeks to do that. And that which he seeks to do, all he's going to do is just take it to the Father and ask permission. And if the Father feels like he wants to grant him that authority to test you, then guess what? You're going to go through that test. And the Father puts us through tests for various reasons, especially if you're keeping a vow. Especially if you're going before him and you're vowing to love this person, to honor this person, to respect this person, to be with this person through better or for worse. So, in my opinion, and I'm just going to give a little word of advice here. Is this better to just go to the altar when you're getting married and say nothing? Crickets. Let the pastor give his not little, but let the pastor give his blessing upon thy marriage. Bless this union. The end, period. And you may kiss your bride. Everybody go celebrate. That part. That's what you better do, other than taking a vow out here in these streets, saying that you're going to uphold this and you're going to uphold that, and I'm going to love this person, because we know we're not perfect. That's why the word says it's better for you not to make a vow than to make a vow and keep it, because he know you ain't perfect. We know we ain't perfect. So if you know with your own conscious mind all the mistakes that you've been making in this relationship with this person throughout the course of however many years you've been with this person, what makes you think that you about to go to this altar and give this vow and woof, bam, you just this change perfect person, and you about to keep everything that you just told the Father you was going to keep, when you know good and well you're not, and even you second guessing that vow. And that's why so many people get cold feet when they about to go to the altar to partake in a marriage, because that cold feet is coming from that inner being, which is the Father, guiding them and telling them, you better don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, because you are going to be tested. You tested in life anyway, but you especially gonna be tested once you take that vow. Oh, the Father's giving the devil full right to your marriage. Oh, you say you gonna do what? Oh, you gonna be faithful? What you say? Are you gonna be with that person when they get sick? Really? When they get into that major car accident and one leg done got amputated, and now you find yourself with a crippled person that becomes so dependent and needy, what you gonna do? Because you didn't think about that. You took the vow with the presumption that life was gonna be perfect, that nothing traumatic was ever going to happen to you. That in that moment of happiness, that life would always continue to play out as happiness. You never thought that would be altered. And so now the Father is giving the devil full authority. Oh yeah, test them. Because they just stood before me and said they was going to do X, Y, and Z. So please test them. Now the Father coming back at them. Please do. Please do, because I done told them fools, as he said in his word, not to take that vow. But since they wanted to take that vow, now I want you to test them, because now I want to see what's up. I want to know if they're going to uphold the vow that they just made before me. So again, it's better that you just go up march on up to that altar with your mouth closed, love in your heart, gratitude unto the Father for this moment of unity, and graciously accept this union into marriage. Not to say it won't be tested, because, the Father tests when he feels that he wants to test. But I can bet you that you won't be tested to the full capacity as someone who just took a vow. It's so dangerous. Listen, people literally die in marriages. For one reason, for one reason or another. It could be at the hands of the other party, where things just go left in the marriage and one kills the other. It could be a car accident that takes one or the other out. It could be a sickness that comes and plagues. Anything. All because you decided to take a vow that you know. Okay, let's stop playing. You know you're not perfect. So why would you think that it's okay that you can just go up before the Father and just say, words, and think that your words don't mean nothing? Your words have so much power. And that's going to be a topic for another day, so I don't even want to get into too much of that. But your words literally have the capability to change any circumstance in your life. All by your words. Your words have so much power. We are created in the image and the likeness of the Father. And he spoke a word, and all that we know existed. And we are made in his image and in his likeness. So if we're made in his image and his likeness, what makes you think that you don't have that same power and authority over your words? You literally have the power to speak life or death into your life. All by what you say out of your mouth. So your words are very powerful. And that's why the Father is telling us in his word. He's basically saying, don't make a vow, because your words are powerful. And I'm not about to let you sit up here and make a mockery of me. Like, you're not about to come before me saying you're going to do this, that, and this, thinking it don't mean nothing and going about your merry life. Oh, no, come, get back on over here and have a seat, because now we about to see if you meant what you said and you said what you meant. So again, as I wrap this on up, right? Very quick word, straight to the point. Thank you, Father. He's just so good on this morning. I've been up since 3 a.m. and he's just been so good since I've opened these eyes. All praise is given unto him. And I'm going to just repeat this one more time for the ones in the back that ain't hear me. It is better for you to go to the altar and say nothing. Just keep your mouth shut. Let Pastor say what Pastor gonna say. You and one you with. It's better for both of y'all to just go on and up there. Say nothing. Get that blessing upon your marriage. In the end, kiss the bride, kiss the groom, and go on to your, reception. That's what I'm encouraging you to do. You've heard it on this channel. Don't be out here in these streets acting like you ain't know. Don't do that. Don't do that. So that's the word, y'all. I hope that y'all, listen, put them seatbelts on and buckle up, because we about to go for a ride on this channel. It's about to get so exciting, the word that's coming forth that the Father has downloaded into my spirit, y'all. Listen, it's some juice, it's some life, it's some bread, it's some water. Everything that you need to sustain in life is coming forth on this channel. So make sure you keep on tuning in. If you have not, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. To all my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Like, y'all are just so amazing, because I've been gone for, I don't even know. I've been very inconsistent on the channel, probably for, I don't know if it's been a month or two, y'all. But regardless of my lack of presence, y'all just been subscribing still. And I know it's nobody but the Father just leading, because when I tell y'all, I don't promote this channel at all. Like, I'm not out here in these streets promoting this channel at all, because I truly believe, like, this is an anointed channel. This is a blessed channel. Like, so many lives is going to be changed, improved, souls led to the Father through this channel. And so I want to reserve that for the Father to lead whoever he wants to be led onto this channel. So if you have subscribed, just know that you ain't subscribed just because you chose to do so, but you subscribe because the Father personally led you to this channel. And whoever just watched and kept it moving, guess what? The Father ain't want them apart. He did not. And so, we almost at, I think, not too far away from 700. I mean, we still, got some to do, but we're not too far from that 700 mark. And that's without no type of advertisement, pushing the channel, telling people to subscribe in the streets, none of that. Like, this is purely the work of the Father. And listen, y'all, this is going to be a million subscriber channel. It just is. And it's going to be none other than the work of the Father that's going to bring that multitude. It's going to be him that is going to bring that multitude, because he knows who he wants to save. He knows who he wants to deliver. And so whoever that is, and he chooses to put me as the forefront, to stand on this platform, to give the word to those that he brings to this channel, it's all in his hands. And so I'm just a working vessel. That's it. That's all. And so that's the word on today, y'all. I hope that y'all have an amazing day, night, morning, afternoon, wherever y'all are in the universe. And make sure that you share this video if you know anybody else who could benefit from this word, or any word that you come across on the channel. If you feel like it can resonate with someone else, please feel free to share it. I'm not saying don't share the contents of the channel. I'm just saying I don't personally, promote the channel. That's not what I'm going to do. But if you feel like this word can impact the life of somebody else, then make sure you go ahead and share. And if I ever come across people and, spirit leads me to, I will tell them about the channel. It's not like I just, oh my gosh, I'm not about to speak about the channel. But it's only if I'm led to do it. Like, I'm not just out here in these streets like, hey, subscribe to Life with Purpose. Hey, like, I ain't doing that. But if I'm conversating with someone and I'm just letting my spirit share that channel, I do. And I want to tell y'all that really happens. I can say in the months, I think it's almost been a year we coming up on that since the channel has started. And I've only come across one, maybe two people that I was led to share the channel with. That's it. So, on my part, he just has not been leading me to divulge the channel to people. And, so that's that. So I will see y'all on the next video. Make sure y'all comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this video. Let me know if it resonated with you. Let me know what you thought about this word. And I'm for sure going to get into the habit of responding to you guys more frequently. I know I haven't been responding to a lot of comments, but I do read them. I want to let y'all know that. I do read the comments. So make sure you commenting, and I am going to be hitting these comments and responding right on back. So until next video, I will see y'all soon.